Hello team, so today we are doing, finally after a month since Trickster's comeback release, so his rework, we are doing updated tier list for everyone that would like to understand more deeply why certain add-ons are good, why certain add-ons are terrible, which ones you should be avoiding, and so on. And not going any longer, because let's start with it. We are gonna be starting with the first add-on from the top of the left side, Throes Compilation. Throes Compilation, after ending your main event, you're getting 75% of your blades. Percentage? That means that if you're running Trick Punch, the last add-on over here, means that you will receive percentage-wise more blades, because it's percentage-based. And obviously this add-on is meta. The more you play with this add-on, the more you play Trickster in general, you start understanding how to farm main event easier. I started calling certain things like Treat the Needle score event, where you know where you can farm main event farm spots. What is very important, and immediately I can give you guys a tip when you guys gonna be playing throughout entire journey of the Trickster. Please remember in what parts on the tiles you were able to get Treat the Needle. Like, question yourself, why did I rank up so quickly from here? Why over this tile I was able to get S rank, you know? Just think about it every single time you're playing. But speaking about the add-on now, more clearly, add-on obviously reloads the blades and allows you to be constantly pressuring survivors, what is huge on 6 blade 4.4 Trickster, because first of all, his lethality to down is insane, but his movement speed sucks, obviously. And or having to reload is painful. It's just generally painful. So having a utility to minimize the amount of times of reloading, or literally never reloading and constantly, for example, snowballing, is insane on Trickster. And I highly recommend to anyone to start picking up on this add-on if you're struggling with the base kit. You can even put Trick Punch for extra 8 blades to maximum the value you're getting. And I feel like that's probably the best add-on if you think about being just consistent with Trickster 4K5ing and so on. So go with it. I highly recommend. And now we're going for the add-ons that I have seen 1,000 videos on, including me of course. Iridescent Photocard that does literally everything you could ever imagine. I don't know how the hell this add-on haven't avoided any nerfs. It's insane. It's insane. Okay, if somebody doesn't know, Iridescent Photocard blocks the gens for 6 seconds, reveals all survivors' aura for 6 seconds, your aura for 6 seconds, and for the last time, increasing the main event by 100%. Not 6 seconds again, sorry. In total of making main event lasting 20 seconds, what is insane. Because main event got buffed that now you're nearly the same speed as survivors, you can be more oppressive in chases, and stacking certain haste aspects, like I don't know, Virus included, I think it's a good example, because that's like consistent amount of haste you can gain, and more reliably, you can be just faster than survivor in main event, which is insane. Okay, synergy from the add-on is pretty much obvious, a lot of people have already made a video about this, like secret project to ignore the downside of being revealed to survivors, having unlockable afterwards, and having, again, just unlockable surprise effect after ending it. It's insane, it's amazing. And this add-on literally does everything you want. Pairing both ears is honestly probably one of the best combos, but it honestly just depends of what approach in your mind you have with your build, with your like how you're playing basically. And remember that both eras are reliant on reaching main event as soon as possible, so if the map is terrible, if you don't understand how to do so, both of those add-ons in general are just gonna be so much weaker. So yeah, coming to conclusion, very good add-on that literally does everything. One of the best, if not the best. I'm considering the best, and probably it would last forever as the best add-on ever for the Trickster that was ever made. Okay. Thru Single, that obviously a lot of people to this day I'm seeing either in my comment sections or Twitch crying over the fact that Thru Single is no longer a haze add-on. In my opinion, it's good. Before we're gonna place that, I'm just gonna tell you why. Capture Single in a original state from PTB was pretty unhealthy because Trickster has had dynamic speed. And dynamic speed in general is just very, very unhealthy for the game. Similar to like old Skull Merchant, where you're not understanding as clearly how the cure is gonna be buzzed. So with Capture Single, with the old Capture Single, it was the same effect. You were not sure if you're gonna get hit or not because of the certain percentage increase. What is awful to go against. So, Capture Single, there is no doubt, is another meta add-on. Shocking. 3 in a row, we're going for the meta. But yeah, it's generally that good. Capture Single gives you Killer Instinct of 32 meters, if I'm not mistaken, or 33, whatever. Killer Instinct whenever you reach A rank. And that pretty much leads to finding quick rotations, stuffs. I'm talking more in a competitive way, but even if so, you can find and snowball or end the game pretty much easily whenever you're gonna reach A rank. And A rank is obviously before S rank. So whenever you're gonna lose accidentally the A rank and you're gonna go back to B, you can again trigger the same effect of Capture Single from reaching A rank again and again, kind of like I'm making a cycle of losing and gaining rank. If let's say you're struggling, if you don't want to reach S rank, what is fair. Very, very overpowered add-on, I would say. Simply because if you have a tougher game, you can still rely on this add-on, and it's surprising effect that doesn't have some sort of clear visibility or information feedback for the survivors. So yeah, it's pretty insane. Okay, going next we have we have Cufflinks. Cufflinks reveals aura of survivor for 6 seconds. Every single time when the survivor receives 1 blade away before they're gonna get injured / down. Add-on that I'm placing at strong. You might be shocked because it's only aura reading, but it helps a lot with your knife management, and also is quite of like a middle ground for any casual / beginner player to start getting better with killer. Also, these are very good for like wall banks that we're gonna go into, and other aspects of the killers like preferring. Preferring is when you mix-maxing the delay between throws. So when the blade first thrown, before the first blade is gonna be thrown, to approach the corner very sharply without any clear feedback for the survivor. It's just simply blade out of the corner and just spawns for the survivor, and they're getting it. Simple as it is. I'm not the best with explaining things, I know. Anyway, very, very good add-on. Simple effect, and probably one of the most reliant add-ons ever from this entire list, because you're gonna be seeing that value constantly throughout the entire game if you just play the character. And also it's gonna help you improve and understand how people path against Trickster. So strong, just very strong add-on. Trick Blades, I was thinking if I should put it in meta or strong, because the side effect of those free random effects that you're gaining is dog shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be straightforward, it's not worth it, because you need to ricochet 8 blades, and obviously you can make a point that, oh, you can just shoot on the ground next to them. I'm sure you can go for that, but like, who cares about that? Probably gonna be more blades, and you actually need to trigger some goofy side effect, am I right? So Trick Blades, obviously they're ricocheting, but they nerfed it from being 2 to 1, and in my opinion, Trick Blade deserves a strong position of being still in a solid late of a meta. Simply, very simply, because you can cut the corners very easily, and as a 4.4 killer, again, the point of 4.4 killer is probably gonna be said a lot, is that you can pretty much zone deny entire high wall loops. Of course, it depends on the map, like Toba Landing is a good example, has very inconsistent walls. A lot of people are thinking that Trick Blades are very inconsistent in general, but actual dedicated Trickster players knows that there are certain lineups and spots where you can just hit over the obstacles, bounce from certain locker wall just to hit someone around the corner. Also, one thing to mention is wall banging exploit that haven't been fixed for 3-4 years now, since the 4.6 Trickster release. Maybe it was even longer, maybe it's from the beginning, how the Trick Blades works. So there are certain spots that you guys probably gonna see on the screen where you can throw blades through the small gaps. And I'm not talking about small gaps, as you can see, it's about just literally shooting through walls, people. And how does it work? Probably Trick Blades have different code, and they don't understand how to behave if you're hugging the wall. So they're just going through. Yeah. It's more about, it's not really practice, except like Swamp and maybe certain maps, but a lot of times it's pixel perfect or very unaligned, just for the sake of getting a clip. But it's cool, you can go for clips, like average Trick Blades gameplay. What can I say? Just going for clips. Okay, very good add-on, very shortly. Then we have Edge of the Revolver album, which obviously is a sniper rifle add-on that I need to make a video about. Allows you to put double decoration on a survivor that is 20 meters far from you. With the recent changes, not so recent, but with the first quote-unquote bug fixes and buffs to the Trickster, when they made S-Rank Blades permanent, this add-on is becoming even stronger. And I'm still considering this add-on to be meta. Even better than Trick Blades. Even though people will point it out, oh, but you cannot use it that reliably on indoor maps. What is fair, or is really fair. Not on every indoor map, but for example on RPD, on Leres, those two maps, probably you're gonna be struggling. On Hawkins too. But like, Midwich is fine. Midwich for sure fine for this map. Like the long corridors and everything, you can guarantee yourself some value too. Either way, even if you're gonna get valued once or twice in the game, the double decorations, besides the point that is saving your ammunition, if you are in S rank, you are applying 2 permanent blades, so they never gonna go away. I mean, they're gonna go eventually if you're gonna exit the S rank. You're gonna use it, main event. But the point is that you're just applying double the damage, double the pressure on a survivor, and if that person that was trying to run away from you, was kind of trying to bait, is trying to restuff later for the pull, it's impossible. It's impossible, because they're gonna be having, you will be having 2 less blades to hit on them, literally allowing you to just deny the unhooks for free. Very strong add-on, very. Like, I think I said very 10 times already, but from what we've seen so far with those add-ons, they're way too good. Some people might say that Trickster is pretty much add-on reliant, but I personally would say that Trickster is just playstyle reliant. There's just way too many playstyles right now that you have to pick up on. I mean, no, you don't have to. You can pick up on to just enjoy Trickster in your own lovely way, which is I love simply. Like the good amount of effort they put into listening to people inside of like dedicated Trickster group that I was part of, listening to my feedback and others to understand which add-ons should be changed and so on, which add-ons shouldn't be, and so on and so on. I'm really glad BHVR been doing a great job when it comes to the add-on design for Trickster. Now we're going for the add-on that finally I can say that is okay at best. Bloody Boa. Bloody Boa is increasing the decay time by 50%. Simply, the decay time is 4.4 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. And 50% of 4.4 seconds, it's extra 2.2 seconds. What is literally making this add-on borderline useless or okay at best, but you can actually get the value, and maybe it's gonna allow you to save that one extra blade that is decaying, so I need to put it out, okay. But mathematically, what the fuck? Mathematically speaking, this add-on probably won't guarantee you any value in a real game because of how many different things Trickster has in base kit, along as decay time, laceration time. What else? We have S-Rank that makes the blades permanent. There's no point of stacking those blades literally for eternity. no point. Simply no point. There are so many better add-ons, so much more fun ones, that buffing something that is already good, why? Just why? No point. Okay. Now we're having an add-on that got recently changed. Soda. Soda now punishing you. It has a downside, because what it does, it decreases the requirement to reach the quote-unquote buffs for your throw rate by extra. By lowering it by 2 blades. So instead of hitting 5 blades to reach the first gap, you only need to throw 3. What is okay, is definitely a playstyle that you can go for. But sadly there is a downside to it, that you're also getting slowed down much sooner. So you're reaching the extra throw rate. Respectfully, it's 5 and 10 blades by default to reach extra 5 and 10% of extra throw rate, but you're also slowing yourself down, what is bad. Simply, it's just bad. You shouldn't be really allowing yourself to be a stationary or a very slowly moving turret with a high possibility of downing someone. This add-on nonetheless is good to prevent people from unhooks, for people to kind of punish mispositioning, because even the slightest amount of distance they're gonna be trying to get on you, simply normally if you're gonna try to quote-unquote spam that survivor just to get X amount of blades in a short period of a time, you might end up not gaining enough blades to injure, or not enough blades to be satisfied. With Soda, you only need to hit, or sorry, not hit, throw 3 blades to reach first point of gaining the extra throw rate that might allow you to actually close the gap and get the injury slash down, what is insane. And I'm pointing out this add-on towards being a strong gimmicky add-on. Definitely not the strongest, definitely not the weakest. It's not an okay, it's not useless. It's just a strong add-on that probably a lot of people are gonna be hating on just for the sake of a downside that it is. But simply, I really like it, and I will be playing a lot of games with it. Now we have Watch. Watch is got an amazing rework actually from this chapter. Now it reveals aura of the survivors for 10 seconds each time they lose entire laceration. And I made some sort of recent video about it. Blades becoming permanent in a string, right? So whenever you're gonna throw 1 blade, you're gonna exit main event, let's say in the span of 60 seconds. In the next, whatever, like average 70 seconds, you're gonna be able to see that person, whatever they are. Stealthing, working a gen, killing in a corner maybe. I don't know. It really just depends on what people are having in mind, how competitive they are. And I'm still considering this add-on a very competitive add-on, with nonetheless probably not a big of a usage either way in comp. I already seen some comp sets with this Trickster. But the add-on is generally just allowing you to snowball, allowing you to catch the last person off guard. There is so many utilities to it, and also it pairs so well with different add-ons like Album, with Throes Compilation, you might say. There's a lot of things you can pair with it, and you're just gonna go fine. And definitely such a quote-unquote niche effect, because I've seen people complaining about it for the first time when it got announced. But in my opinion, it's a solid add-on. 10 seconds of aura reading is enough to hook someone and still look around to see if you can spot a person stealthing, going around, to tell if they may be in a locker, because where if you're not seeing aura, it can be either certain perk or a locker, locker stealth. Wow, very good add-on. That's just one of the solid design choices that they made. I know that people were thinking about making an add-on that it shows aura when the blade starts decaying or when they decaying, but I'm more of a fan when the blades fully decay, to have a more of a competitive advantage of predicting. I'm gonna call it predicting because you're gonna see what is gonna be the next play of that survivor. Insane. either way. Talking about something that is insane, Reaper Brace. Oh my god, Reaper Brace, we love you. Now I have a problem where to put Reaper Brace, and possibly it's third best add-on for him. And okay, first of a quick explanation what Reaper Brace does. Reaper Brace does giving you 6% of extra vaulting / breaking speed for each rank, of total of 30% in S rank. So for 66 seconds, you might be having an insane breaking vaulting potential that probably will allow you to just deny every single chase if Survivor is not fully paying attention to or is not realizing that you have Reaper Brace. And this add-on is also a very solid middle ground for any gimmicky builds. Not fully gimmicky builds, because you can say, oh, I'm running Brutal Fire Up, Bamboozle, and I'm having fun with it, and that's fine. That's fine, you can go with it. But you can also just put, for example, Unbound, perk that is very niche, but Unbound struggles because you're vaulting too slowly to activate, and survivors are just gaining too much distance. But you're putting Reaper Brace, you have Unbound, you're vaulting 30% faster, and you're getting 7% haste for 10 seconds. Isn't that insane? I mean, it is, because I tested that. Okay. And also, obviously, it shortens any time when you need to break and damage a generator. And remember that those actions, any action, nearly every action, counts towards a style system. So it's very important to just do such things, as we said. Okay. Another add-on that is useless for a first time. I can actually tell it's a useless add-on. It's not even okay. There's no point of running this add-on. I'm sorry. The only time you can run it is if you're thinking about saying what is the fastest reload speed. And just why? Just why? Melodious Murder increases or decreasing the reload speed, I think by 20%. I'm not even sure. You guys gonna be seeing it on the screen. This add-on is so borderline boring and useless that I'm not even sure about these actual values. And the reason is why it's useless is that Melodious Murder is base kit. You're getting any increase of your reload speed from each rank. And the farther you're into a rank, you have basically Iron Maiden, Melodious Murders, everything base kit. Like, you don't need that. Why you would ever run this add-on? This is such a waste of an add-on slot comparing to every other add-on that we previously mentioned. There is so much variety. Okay, another add-on that I'm finding useless is Fuse. I'm gonna putting it a little bit higher in the useless list, I think, because it actually has a unique effect. But to proc this effect is, I don't want to say boring, but to proc this, first of all, what the shoes does is increasing your movement speed for the next, like, whenever you're pulling out the blades, by extra 5%. Every single time when you break damage a pallet or a wall. So you need to be doing a certain action to be even in the first place utilizing this add-on. And the problem is with the Trickster that usually Trickster's power, even though he's 4.4, another point about 4.4, hell yeah, you can still play consistently so many tiles with your blades. The fact that you only need to hit 6 blades is enough to just go around, damage someone, start injuring, and maybe then later you can break the pallet. But it still doesn't change anything. That what is the point of running this add-on? The only thing good about it is shoes and Iridescent Photocard. Iridescent Photocard, we know what it does already, but having extra duration on the main event from Iridescent Photocard, and shoes making that main event speed even faster, so I mean you're walking main event faster, is deadly. It's just borderline deadly, pairing it with any haste add-ons, and you're faster than Survivor while throwing blades. Crazy, I know. But in reality, you're never gonna see an actual value from this add-on, and probably also just gonna mess up your muscle memory. Terrible. Just terrible add-on. This add-on need a fix. I would say this is the add-on that should be changed. similar to Tequila that we're gonna talk about in just a minute. That one needs to be changed to active from every single style point you gain. Not style point, but rank up, sorry. So each time you rank up, this add-on activates. And for the next blade pool, your movement speed, let's say maybe it could decrease. It's getting... oh my god, what did it say? It's getting getting used, whatever. That one is just simply being activated from each rank up again. Okay, I've been talking for nearly half an hour. I'm seeing on the OBS, crazy. Let me drink something. Okay, the add-on that I forgot the name of. I'm not gonna lie, this is the add-on that probably I have only seen some casual players running, and I'm talking about throughout the entire journey of Trickster. I think I have never run this add-on even once. Maybe once review made me play this add-on. This add-on right now, what it does is it's a basically old watch from 4.6 Trickster. For each blade you hit in main event, it increases the main event duration by half a second. So from one server you can get 3 seconds of extra duration on your main event. What is insane if you're camping, but you have Iridescent Photocard, you have Ji-Woon's autograph, just we're gonna go in a second, to increase main event duration. No point. No point of running this add-on, probably. And even though you are faster in main event, it's just... Nah, you don't need that, you don't need that. You're probably just gonna cancel your main event after 2 seconds. After just downing the first person. You do not have to just constantly slack if you don't have any aura reading. Nonetheless, you can probably pair it with Iridescent Photocard for like infinite main event duration build. Oh my god, I'm gonna select that with Infectious Fright. Sure, go for that, buddy. Go for that. Okay. I'm putting that in okay, obviously, because it's just okay add-on. Main event add-ons are just gonna be struggling a lot in the current meta because you need to be really conscious of where you can farm main event again. And now Ji-Woon's autograph is in the same spot very shortly. Ji-Woon's autograph is increasing your main event duration by extra 44%, so increasing it for extra 4.4 seconds because default is 10. Add-on is okay at best. That's it. It's main event. The same point as I made about the other add-on. Okay. Lucky Blade. Okay, Lucky Blade. Finally, we're starting to get into more interesting set of the add-ons, even though we're going to bronze. Lucky Blade is an add-on that is a gambling machining. Let's go gambling. Giving you a random effect on every 8 blade you hit. And the add-on is arguably one of the funniest, most chillest and good add-ons to run. They recently buffed the haze duration from 3 seconds to 5, which is insane. Even if it's this only 3%, 5 seconds is still very good. Why I'm considering this add-on strong, even stronger than Soda, is simply for those random moments that might happen. And there's also a chance, I think there's 10% to gain extra style points. And getting extra style point, even though it's random, is amazing. Don't get me wrong, extra style point, this is the entire point of the Trickster. Style points, main event, okay? So having an opportunity to get an extra style point is insane. Simple as it is. And anything else, like extra throw rate that you're getting, haze is just something like a side effect. Wow, that's it. Tequila. Tequila is going next to the Lucky Blade. I'm considering it weaker than Lucky Blade. Simply, Tequila got nerfed back to, if I'm not mistaken, 8%. If I remember correctly. And it got the duration a little bit halved. I don't remember the exact number, simply because I don't play this add-on anymore. I played this add-on when it was first released a little bit. Simply because the add-on is pretty much brain-dead. I really hate the add-ons that promoting spamming, being inaccurate. I'm like very perfectionist person when it comes to Trickster. I love the accuracy. I'm crying and getting rage baited by myself whenever I miss. So add-on nonetheless is good, don't get me wrong, but can throw you off a lot and even make you rage quit make you reload and so on. And should you avoid this add-on? No. Like that add-on is really good because if you're gonna get the cashback from main event, so you know you're gaining the ranks back after ending the main event, you're proccing that add-on to get the extra bonus of the throw rate, what is insane because you're gonna be probably on the lower side of the rank, so you can be still for those 8-10 seconds very lethal in chases. Wow. Okay. Inferno Wires. Inferno Wires, probably I'm gonna shock you guys, but I'm considering Inferno Wires with each game I'm playing. I'm considering this add-on better and better. Inferno Wires is increasing your main event duration by extra 20%. Not main event duration, sorry. S-rank duration by extra 20%, making it lasting literally equally, I think equally, somewhere around 80 seconds. I think it's a little bit over 80 seconds. And what does that mean? That you can play around Memento Blades, you can play around camping, and remember hook stages are only 70 seconds, so it's more, it's less than 80 seconds, so you can come the hook stage out of the person. You can run perks like add-ons like Reaper Brace to being the strongest for even longer, to have the increased throw rate too, but to have an extra vaulting speed, breaking speed, etc., and just being a very lethal as a cure for those 80 seconds. Even though you're 5.4, you're having 44 meters star radius, you're becoming a deadly machine to go against simply. And Reaper Brace and Inferno Wires I'm considering the best competitive add-ons, because this is literally some solid ground, again, to just pair it with Bamboozle, with Unbound, any perks to just kind of have advantage and surprise over the enemy, most importantly in a competitive environment. Okay. We have the CD disc, the killing charts parts. I mean, whatever. English is not my first language, so I don't care. the CD. What does it do? It's advertised that it makes the rank decay 50% slower. And the problem is that the numbers are lying and it's still 20 instead of 50. And they have to say that this add-on is borderline useless and okay. If that would be 50, this add-on would be probably okay and strong, maybe even behind the soda. But because of that, it's okay. It's just okay. Yeah, like, rank system is very important, but 20% of 20% of 10-20 seconds in A rank, it's only like what, 4 seconds? So you have 24 seconds before your rank is gonna deplete. Nah, just not worth running. 50% would be so much better, because then 20 seconds would become 30 seconds. An extra 10 seconds is insane instead of 4, am I right? Hopefully they're gonna fix that. If they do, let's assume they did, then the add-on is becoming over here strong. But nonetheless, right now for me, the add-on is okay, because I'm simply not needing that to use. We have the beautiful rectangle crosshair / Memento Blades, useless. The thing about it, that it should be accessibility option, this add-on should be reworked, and simply the crosshair itself, it's dog shit, because Trickster aiming system works that the aim is a little bit always offset left and right, depending in which hand he's holding a blade. He's not a Huntress, he's not a Deathslinger that the projectile is gonna be in the middle. No, like, projectile gonna be in the middle, but a little bit off. So what is the point of a crosshair? Yes, it's a beginning tool. I understand, you're learning, you're everything, like, sure. But right, don't get into this add-on for any longer than a couple of games. If you need crosshair, get Reshade, get some program on Steam, whatever. Just install some third-party software to make sure you have some sort of overlay, okay? Bruh. Why? Just why? Okay, and now an add-on that thankfully got buffed. Trick Pouch. Last add-on. Wow, finally. Trick Pouch is increasing your maximum blades you can carry by extra 8 blades of a maximum of 44. And add-on that I'm considering pretty overpowered nonetheless, for such a simple effect, and I'm putting it very, very high in the list because 36 blades sometimes is enough, sometimes it's not, but having those 8 extra blades is literally allowing you to take, nonetheless, you might say, 2 health states with Edge of the Reviver album, or you can simply also just apply more permanent blades. Just 1 health state, I'm gonna be honest. On average, just 1 extra health state, fair enough, good enough. Strong effect, you compare it with the Throes compilation, you compare it with something else, whatever. It's just something that you're gonna put, you're gonna feel the value always, it's just gonna be good. Simple as it is. And with those final words, I'm gonna be ending this beautiful, long and exhausting video about the add-ons. Please let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking about add-ons. Wow, simple. Because I'm curious what people are having in mind when they are approaching the Trickster with his all new, brand new add-ons. There's not even a single, no, there's a single add-on that is still the same. Melodious Murder. But so many add-ons have gotten changed, literally more or less every single add-on have gotten huge buffs, reworks, so please let me know what you guys like, some sort of favorite go-to add-ons, maybe even builds and approaches. I would love to hear that. And yeah, take care. Bye bye.